Today we're going to look at how to use the Vlookup function. So here I have a couple different coasters and I want to find a couple different pieces of information. In the previous tab that says coaster data, I have all of my coasters and all of their data. What Vlookup allows me to do is look for the coaster name, so in this case Goliath, which is here, and then look across the row and pick out certain pieces of information and then automatically output them here. Couple of things with Vlookup that are a little bit weird. Since I'm looking for a coaster name, ideally, all of the coasters in my data set would have different names. That may or may not be true in this data set, which could cause some problems. The other thing that's a little bit weird is whatever value you're looking up, in this case, the coaster name, has to be the leftmost column of your data set. Vlookup will only output data that is to the right of that lookup column. You cannot get it to output a value that is to the left. So if I had coaster and park switched, I could not look up the coaster name and have it output the park because the park was to the left of the coaster. There are other functions that can allow you to look up to the left, but we're not going to focus on that in this video. So I want Vlookup. First thing I need is my search key. What am I looking for? In that case, it is Goliath. So I'm going to click on that label. Then I need the range that I'm searching in. When I go back to my coaster data tab, I do not want to just highlight column A. I want to highlight everything that I could potentially be looking up. Then the index. This is the one that's a little bit weird. For index, you cannot use B, C, D, E, F as your column names. You're going to change your column names to numbers. The first column in my range is column 1, whether that is column A or not. So if I want to return the park, that is the value in column 2. Then is sorted. I always put 0 or the word false because no, my coasters are not already sorted. Okay, so now it's looked in my data set and said Goliath is in the park Six Flags Magic Mountain. I can do the same thing for the type. Equals Vlookup. I want to look for Goliath in this same range, and type is column 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I can do the same thing for year open. Now, this seems a little bit cumbersome. You might wonder if there is a better way to do this, and the answer is yes. So I needed column 2, column 8, and column 10. Another way to do this, if you want to be a little fancier, is to use an array formula. So instead of just doing equals Vlookup, I do equals array formula, parenthesis, and then Vlookup. It's going to start the exact same way. So I want to look up nitro in this entire data set. Except when I get to index, I'm going to do curly brackets and put 3 different numbers. I want column 2, 8, and 10. And my data is still not sorted. And now it has output all 3 of those values with one formula. As with other formulas, I can drag this down and have it search for the same things for the Anaconda coaster. So whether you are doing individual formulas like I did for Goliath, or whether you're using an array formula like I did for Nitro, they should return the same information.